fix yourself. Yes, you've come too far, we both agree.
MLB The Show is your home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the National League Division Series between the Chicago Cubs and the New York Mets. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Well, here's a little comparison of these two teams. Looking at it earlier, to me, the story is all about the pitching. Both squads have some good arms, and the team that gets the best outings are probably going to come out on top.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. deGrom will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Jacob deGrom is just a solid pitcher. He's not overpowering in any sense with any of his three pitches. Good sinking fastball, 93 to 96, great slider, and a really good changeup. What makes him so good? He'll throw all three of his pitches at any time.
And that brings up Javi Baez. He will lead this one off today. Here it comes. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0.
First pitch, 105.
Now here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. And the pitch. And our Game 1 temperature, a very nice 71 October degrees at first pitch. Set to deliver on 2-1. To 2-2 now.
88 on a changeup? I remember when an 88-mile-an-hour fastball wasn't all that bad. Man, the game's changing.
Oh, and a nice changeup that time gets him to swing right through it as the leadoff man is down on strikes to open up the ball game. So the base is empty here with one away, and that'll bring up the multi-gold glover Jason Hayward. First pitch on its way. Hayward, a native of New Jersey, the Garden State as it's known. He's an 11-year vet at the major league level, so he certainly put together a nice career in professional baseball.
Yeah, Matty, this guy has had an amazing career. And you know what? It's a testament to how hard he's worked, the changes he's had to make. This is a game of adjustments, and you don't hang around this long if you're not prepared to make some adjustments along the way.
Time to take a look at the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Mike Fillmore.
Hey, you know, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, he'll give a little bit off the edges, but he gets the respect not only from the pitchers, but from the players because his zone is consistent.
Yeah, as long as he's consistent, Dan, I'm okay with Mike Fillmore's zone. If a pitcher's pounding that zone, he wants to give a little bit off the outer edge, I'm okay with that.
Bases are empty, one man out. Oh, and ouch, that one drilled him. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. And looked like he really left himself open after he released, and this ball came back and got him pretty good. And without speculating too much here, it's looking, at this point at least, like he will be able to continue out there. We should hope. So a runner on first with one out now, and that'll bring up Chris Bryant. . from the stretch. Here's the pitch.
No, that's down.
Hayward stands at first with one out. A ball and a strike. A ball and 2 strikes. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however. There's one. The turn throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. 1 hit's all they get. And now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. No score. Kyle Hendricks gets the call in hostile territory here for Game 1 of the division series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Kyle Hendricks is not one of these overpowering guys. He reminds me of Greg Maddux. He's 88 to 91 with really good sink, great straight changeup, and has the slurve. Not a true curveball, not a true slider. The key to Kyle Hendricks, inducing early contact. The more pitches that hitters see, the better chance they have to hit on him. If Kyle Hendricks is on, you'll know early he'll be getting a lot of quick outs.
Now the 1-0.
That's a ball.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Here it comes, the 3-0. And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
The first baseman,
Digging in now, Pete Alonso, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's set and the pitch.
Hey, I don't blame him for giving up on that curveball. That was a rainbow coming out of the sky. Stole a strike.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
Popped up. Rizzo shading to his right, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
batting third, the right fielder, Michael Conforto.
Next for the Mets, Michael Conforto. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. From the belt, the pitch. Swung on, and this ball is hammered. Forget about it. And this one is gone. A home run. Michael Conforto connects for a two-run home run. His first homer here in the series as the Mets are out in front now 2-0.
What a way to start this one off. Scoreless top of the frame, and you answer with a bomb in the bottom of the first.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos.
The catcher.
As he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
I get it. He wants to see this guy's repertoire, but now he's behind in the count. Puts himself in a tough spot to hit.
Bottom dropped out on him, and that's a strikeout. Contreras gathers, and he makes the throw to first. Ramos is retired, 2 down now.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt, and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and set to stand in the fine second baseman Robinson Cano. Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. 2 out, nobody on. And it's 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Hendricks, a California-born ball player. He was an 8th-round selection back in 2011.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Count even at 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Weekly hit towards first. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and his side is retired. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. Back with more from Game 1 after this. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Kyle Schwarber.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. In there for strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole. 0-2 now.
Man, as a pitcher, you have to love pitching 0-2. Multiple ways, up, down, in and out, throw the breaking ball. A lot of different ways to get guys out.
And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. As he'll take a look at ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now. 2-0. Two and 1 after the foul ball there. Now here's the pitch. Two is a changeup that misses. 3-2. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Bases are empty, 1 man out. There's ball 4.
Well, he battled to get it to a 3-2 count, but that pitch wasn't even close. Now he's got a man on with 1 out, so he's got to focus on trying to get the ground ball.
Into the box now, Ian Happ. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
More of a comfortable side from the left side. Puts the ball in play. More of a contact hitter from the left side. Might have grown up being a natural left-handed hitter.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
Fouled away. Runners on first with 1 down. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at the big picture here. There you see the participants in this year's playoffs. The next Cub up, Wilson Contreras. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. From the stretch.
Hey! Yep, that ball went out.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
1-2, here it comes. Not too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. On a line, that's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers the hard hit line drive.
So it's first and second with 2 men gone. And standing in now, the power hitting second baseman, Jason Kipnis. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
34 pitches for him through an inning and 2/3 right now. That's not terrible, but it's a lot higher than he'd like.
Set and the 1-1 pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Now the 2-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 pitch. Hit to third. He's got it. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple. They trail things here 2-0. Bottom of the inning now. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Yoenis Cespedes.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit hard up the middle. And a base hit, so he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
Striding into the box, Brandon Nimmo. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the stretch. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a called strike anyway. And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. From the stretch.
Well, this second inning is not starting out any better than the first was. He just might not have it in this one.
A runner at first with no outs here. On the ground for Kipnis. This could be two. One there. On to Rizzo at first, and they get them both.
Boy, that's about as easy as it comes. A chopper, two-hopper turns into a tailor-made 4-6-3 double play.
Ready now, Ahmed Rosario will try to make something happen with two gone in the bottom of the second. First pitch on its way.
Off the plate, ball one.
Now the 1-0. One and two now.
Hey, I got to really commend this pitcher right here. Was able to regroup in between innings. Something happened in the dugout because he's on point coming out for the second.
The 1-2.
Nope, that's the ball.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
Bases are empty here with two men out. Lifted in the air to center. Howe is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Mets go down quickly. After two, it's a 2-0 ball game. Coming to the plate now, Kyle Hendricks. 9-1-2 due up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike. 0-1. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Cespedes arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. Back to the top of the order now, and into bat next, the versatile weapon Javier Baez. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. The windup and the 0-1. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. Ground ball right side. Scooped up in time to first, and there are two away.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
So two are gone now in the Cubs half of the third, and that'll bring up the multi-gold glover Jason Hayward. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss.
Great execution of that changeup right there. Great arm action. Batter was totally out front on that one.
Strike two.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then get him out with pitches away.
Throws him for strike three, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They're down 2-0. Stepping into the box, Jacob deGrom. He'll start things out against Kyle Hendricks as we get the inning underway. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball drops right in the chute for a strike.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way to do it.
So here's Jeff McNeil. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. That evens it up 1-1.
Hey, you guys know me. Hitting's a process of elimination, and I'm eliminating the changeup this next pitch. I'm on everything else.
This is pulled into right. And that'll get by and on through towards the wall. The throw into second. But he'll be in there with a double.
Yeah, I think he was sitting on the fastball, so he got the changeup. He was way out in front of it, but he kept his hands back long enough to keep it fair down the line. That's not always easy to do.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
Hey, with first base open, pitcher's definitely going to nibble and try and see if the hitter expands the zone.
And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Another 1-2 delivery. Runner at second here with one man out. Swung on in the dirt, strike three. And he makes the throw to first. Alonso is retired, 2 down now.
Good pitch there, and that was a nice job by his battery mate to complete the play first after the ball hit the dirt.
Riding in once again, Michael Conforto. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
And that's been the entire offense so far in this one. They've been shut down other than that.
First pitch on its way.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Weak grounder down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. And this one's in the dirt, and he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. Open to send him packing. Pitch on its way. 2 out here and a runner at second. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that'll get through into center field for a base hit. And the run will score from second as now it's a 3-0 game.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, D-Row. Home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his 3rd run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup, and that's exactly been the case today. He not only mixed in that big bomb, but now he's got 3 ribbies to boot.
Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On to the 4th now in game number 1. The Mets lead it 3-0. All set for the start of the 4th, and set to go is the 3rd baseman, Chris Bryant. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now the 1-0. Swing and a liner. Foul. One and 2 now.
He's going to step out of the box, adjust his batting gloves, and pray he gets the exact same pitch as that one. Because if it comes again, we like to refer to that one in the biz as a cement mixer.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
2-2 count. Here it comes. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
So now to the plate, Kyle Schwarber. As with 1 away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Pitch on the way.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Changeup. Good pitch there. 1-2.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and then get right back outside. Nice pitch.
Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Rarely do you see a player of his caliber fooled that badly, but he was tied up in knots that time. 2 away now.
Certainly not showing any signs of intimidation with these middle of the order guys. That's back-to-back Ks, and the 3 and 4 guys are harmlessly back in the dugout.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch. It's strike 1. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. 0-1 pitch on its way.
Ball inside.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. 2-1.
Count to 2-1.
pitch on the way.
Boy, he looks strong out there on the mound this inning. He's got a chance to punch out the side in order, and against the middle of the order, too.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Fair to say, oh my goodness, these folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Leading up for the Mets.
Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th, and that'll bring up Robinson Cano. First pitch on its way. A ball and no strikes.
Ball 1, no strike.
And he misses again to Cano. It's 2-0 now. Nope. 3-0.
Kind of frustrating as a pitcher when you start an inning off with 3 straight balls like he has here in the 4th. Makes you start wondering what's going on.
And he'll just float a change in here now for a strike. And that misses for ball 4. The leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
The left fielder, number 52.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Yoenis Cespedes, a base hit in his first trip. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Three runs, 4 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Offered it a low one there, but came up empty. Cespedes, commonly known as La Potencia around baseball. He's in the midst of his 8th major league season. Here it comes, 0-2. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. So with a runner at first and 1 gone, time to bring in our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And you can see a bit of a difference there. 96 for one compared to just 89 for the other. So a runner at first with 1 out now. And ready to bat next, the Wyoming native Brandon Nimmo. From the stretch.
Nope. Ball 1.
Well, that sinker is normally a really important pitch for him, but it really hasn't been effective so far. It just looks kind of flat.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. 2 balls and no strikes to the Mets center fielder.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
Three and 0 now. Has a look, now the pitch. Count still full, 3-2. pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And, oh, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall.
Boy, D-Roll, that looked like extra bases right off the bat. This thing caroms off the wall. Outfielder does a great job of getting it in quickly and probably does a good job holding him to a single.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not standing on second base there, but you run the replay back. He was busting it out of the box. It's just a nice job by the defense to hold him to a single.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. Runners are at first and second with one away. Ball one. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. The 1-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike two.
Not much you can do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
And he's able to fight this one off, foul to the right, and the count will hold at 1-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
On it's tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3. It's a double play and the inning is over. Mets leave 1, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he told me they just need to put better swings on the ball right now. He said they're searching for ways to drive the ball with some authority because it's just not happening for them today. They haven't gotten an extra base hit yet, so it's been a real struggle getting guys into scoring position. But the key, he said, is not to panic. Sometimes you just have to fight through the downturns and keep your focus and energy high.
Leading off for the Cubs.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Center fielder, number 8, Ian Happ.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball 1.
The 1-0 delivery.
Count is 2-1.
Great AB up until this point. A walk right here could really just infuse some confidence into this lineup.
And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Now at the plate, Wilson Contreras. He singled his last time up. He's set. Here it comes. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike.
Hey, there aren't too many power hitters in the game that would let that pitch go by.
Popped him up. Alonso is there, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Jason Gibson.
Digging in, Jason Kipnis. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. Kipnis, or Kip for short. He was taken in the second round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Cubs are down quietly. They trail in this one 3-0. Striding in, Jacob deGrom looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball. Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. The 1-2. And it's fouled away. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him, so we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
Baez fields it cleanly. Throw to first is in time for the first down.
Now batter, number 10.
So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring in Jeff McNeil. First pitch on its way. One out, nobody on. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
So here's Pete Alonso. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 1-0. Hit hard. Foul.
2 outs, nobody on, but a base runner here feels like it would really change the complexion of the inning.
Big spot right here. Middle of the order guy is coming up, and see if he can extend the inning.
Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
You know, what I'm seeing here is a reluctance to throw the fastball. It's like he feels he can't throw the ball right by him right now.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Line drive to center field. Happ will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Mets go down 1-2-3. They lead it 3-0. Victor Caratini will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Number 7, Victor Caratini.
This is on the ground over to first. He's right there, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Ready once again, Javier Baez. He was a ground-out victim last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hard ground ball to third. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Boy, dear, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
Here's Jason Hayward now, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. The 1-0 home.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
The 2-1 on its way. Lays off the changeup, and he's ahead in the count now, 3-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
I think it's a real possibility that they put that runner in first in motion. That would help them stay out of that double play that would end the inning, but that's also kind of risky at the same time.
Now a throw over, and the runner will get back standing. Runners on first with 1 down. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. Now at the plate, Chris Bryant. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA. And what is he doing? He shows up, Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. He just ramps up, and here's the fastball by him. 0-2.
Down 0-2. Maybe simplify the game plan right here. Get on the heater, even though he has 5 weapons to go to.
A runner on first with 2 away. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Cubs. They trail it here 3-0. Kyle Ryan enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 56, Kyle Ryan.
Into the box now, Michael Conforto. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far.
The right fielder, Michael Conforto.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that misses, ball 1. Ryan has seen his role change with those one-batter lefty specialists going the way of the dodo as a part of MLB's pace of play initiatives. They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Well, these days don't happen often. You better dig yourself when you get 3 knocks in a big league way go.
It's hard to have 3 hits in one day, but boy, this guy is off to a great start on this.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And next is the catcher, Wilson Ramos. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. The 0-1 pitch.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
To 1-2 now. Has a look, now the pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
So a full count now. On deck, the lefty Robinson Cano. Nobody out, runner on first. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
It's so important, Mark, to start to make quality pitches, and if you don't, this is what can happen. 2 batters, 2 base hits, first and third, nobody out.
Yeah, and you just got to prepare yourself as an offensive player. You're just trying to get the runner in from third. You can't worry about creating a monster inning. Do your job.
Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. Step on the bag for 1. On to first, and it's a double play, although the run does come in to score from third.
It certainly looked like they might have had a big inning cooking there with first and third and no outs, but the double play kind of kills it. They did get the run in, but the batter doesn't get credit for an RBI.
So base is empty now after the double play, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Yoenis Cespedes.
You know, Madden, every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion of that Mets betting order.
And Rizzo able to make the catch, and the inning is over. Mets played a run on a couple of hits. On to the 7th here in Game 1. Mets out in front, 4-0. New inning set to get underway, and next it'll be the left-handed power threat Kyle Schwarber.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. The 1-0.
Couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
The 2-0 on the way. Right into the shift, and that's through into right. So a leadoff single here to start the 7th.
Hey, they say in this game you better have a short memory. Well, that's obviously the case with this batter. He came into that third at bat after getting his ticket punched twice and was able to get a single.
At the plate, Anthony Rizzo, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. 1-0.
Got to believe the pitcher's going to trust his defense right here. Look for something down in his zone to induce a ground ball double play.
A runner at first with no outs here. And there's ball 2 now.
Every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
2-2.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
Swing and a little blooper to center. In there, a base hit.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
Digging in the switch hitter, Ian Happ. It was a walk in his last trip. First offering on its way. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1.
Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity from the breakthrough. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can't.
Now the 1-0 is a fastball taken high for a ball. Happ with a 2-1 count now.
That's a tough pitch for a batter. If you're not expecting it, you'll end up with half a bat after you swing.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 2-2 is looked at and the count moves full.
And it's late in his afternoon of work, and the longer this at bat goes, the better chance of him making a mistake. But as a guy starts to tire, they're more likely to leave the ball up. But man, he's been good so far.
And I don't think that's what he wanted to do, as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Looked like he might have gotten squeezed a little bit right there, and you know he's talking to himself in his head about it. That kind of stuff goes both ways, though. Hitters get their fair share of crummy calls going against them, too.
Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Tight spot, bases loaded, nobody out. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
I never found myself on the mound in the big leagues, but it must be nice to be able to go to that good hard fastball when you're in a jam.
And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
The bottom third of the lineup hasn't put up a lot of resistance in this one. Pretty much has been sure outs other than that one hit. That really puts a lot of pressure on other guys to make stuff happen. These aren't the guys you usually count on, but it certainly helps if they can do something productive.
In is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as he swings and hits a laser to right. And this is going to get down for extra bases, as that'll get 2 and possibly all 3 home. And not in time as the run scores.
Well, maybe the tables have turned a bit. Earlier in the game, the pitcher had his way with him, but he wins the battle this time, and in a big way. 2 runs on the board as a result.
Now here comes the Mets skipper on his way toward the mound, and he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll leave with the lead. Can't lose this one, but he is responsible for the 2 runners out there, so he could get a no decision if they were to come around and score.
Your attention, please.
So they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up. David Bodie will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Second and third here, one man out. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
Here it comes on 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pop commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
Man, this at-bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2.
Wow, this is a pretty good at-bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
Now the payoff pitch home, and he popped him up back into foul territory behind first. Alonso is over, and he tucks it away for the second out.
Great scoring opportunity miss right there. You talk about frustration. Popping it up with 2 runners in scoring position. He'd like to get that one back.
So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Javier Baez, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
No problem with that take right there. First pitch from a reliever, got to calibrate that velocity.
Runners at second and third with 2 gone. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. Two balls and a strike to Javi Baez. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And Cano will make the catch to retire the side. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. The Mets lead this one 4-2. Alec Mills gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Number 30, Alec Mills.
Now batting, Brandon Nimmo. A hit and 2 tries for him so far.
The center fielder, Brandon.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Hard on the ground toward short, and there's a base hit, so a chance for some insurance here to start out the home half of the 7th. Standing in now, Ahmed Rosario. Swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. No hits to this point. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Schwarber will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
Now batting, the pitcher, Wilson.
J.D. Davis will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 28, J.D. Davis.
And this one's down off the shoe tops, 1-0. From the belt, the pitch. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
The 1-1. Line to the right side. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
I mean, that fires me up right there. Opposite field knock. And in today's game, where every manager is employing hundreds of shifts, to watch this batter go the other way was special.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. In the dirt here, and the runners will stay put here on ball 1. And that'll miss up and in ball 2.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
Not where you want the changeup, but he gets away with it for a strike.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
Fouled off. The 2-2. Seventh inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. Line towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third, as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
So bases are loaded. Nowhere to put him with 1 away. And up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso. First pitch coming. Here it is. Bases are loaded here. 1 man out. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. way out in front as this is yanked foul into the seats in left.
He wants that changeup back right there. Great arm action on that changeup. Hitter was just a smidge out in front.
The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. And this misses, so it'll set up a big pitch coming up. It's full 3-2.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Now the payoff pitch home. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
And it's times like these that a pitcher feels awfully lonely. I can see why he didn't want to be too aggressive. Last thing he wants to do is give up a grand slam to a dangerous hitter, but walking in a run is painful too. And here he is again, still with the bases loaded.
Ryan Tepera is called upon to pitch, really needing that double play ball. Bases are loaded here with only one man out. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Michael Conforto comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
Well, he's following the code not to miss down and into a lefty. Everything on the outer half of the plate.
Bases are loaded with only one out. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Conforto behind, a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, this is a monster strikeout situation right here. The double play would be great in this situation, but I know he's going for the K. You get a 1-2 count on a guy, he's going to throw his nastiest stuff.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And he will look at a called third strike. Oh, and a big one there as the bases stay loaded, and there are 2 gone now. Digging in and looking for more, Wilson Ramos. His prior history versus this arm, he's 0 for 5. He's set and the pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. Here's a cutter that's off the plate, 1-1. One and one. Here it is. 1-2 now. One and 2. Here it is. Swing and a liner. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So it's 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. 8th inning coming up. It's the Mets 5 and the Cubs 2. Dylan Betances has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Ready to begin the 8th, and that'll bring up the multi-gold glover Jason Hayward. First pitch of the at-bat. Fouled away. Oh, 0-1 count and the pitch.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And he's struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one. 5-2 our score as we get a look inside the numbers. It's our starter comparison for the two gentlemen that took the hill to start the ball game. So one gone here in the Chicago 8th. And into bat next, former National League MVP Chris Bryant. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball one.
Got to find a way to scratch at least one across. You do not want to take on the monster closing the game down 3.
And he'll just watch that knuckle curve. 1-1. We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Hit down the third baseline. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
Now back, left fielder, Kyle Hendricks.
At the plate now, Kyle Schwarber popped him up. McNeil has a play. And that's the second out of the inning.
Now back, the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
So coming to the plate, Anthony Rizzo. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. First pitch on its way.
Nope. Ball 1.
Now the 1-0 is a fastball down below the knees. Two out with the man at first. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, the tying run looms on deck, so keeping this guy off the base is essential. In danger of walking him right here, though.
Now the 3-0 offering is swung on and missed. Strike 1.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I got to believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
Ready with the 3-1. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
has a look. Now the pitch.
Count 1-0.
There are a couple of points in every game that could decide winning or losing. This is one of those critical spots. Time to make some great pitches.
2 down, runners at first and second. 1-1.
Sometimes you can get away with a pitch in that location when you're running it up there that hard, but not consistently. You still have to work the edges of the zone most of the time.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Cubs strand a couple, and the deficit remains 5-2. Jeremy Jeffress was on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Chicago, number 24, Jeremy Jeffress.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Robinson Cano.
Robinson Cano.
Here comes the first pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That 2-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
The left fielder, number 52, Kyle Hendricks.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball.
Tried the old ambush tactic, and it almost worked right there. Wasn't able to keep that first pitch fastball fair. The at-bat, he's got a lot left in this. If he's able to let that one go, I still think he can have a quality AB.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. Hit hard to the right side, but foul. Grounder down the line at third, and that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now.
Now batting, center fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
So here's Brandon Nimmo. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. So far 2 for 3 in this one. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
1-1.
And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. Nimmo with an even count of 2-2 now.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
And he fouls this one off. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
Into the box, Ahmed Rosario. And he's first pitch swinging here as he lines this one into left field for a base hit.
Now batting, the pitcher,
Dominic Smith will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 2, Dominic.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. This one's down the middle, a ball and a strike. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a 2-seamer, and the inning is over. 2 left for the Mets. They're still out in front, 5-2. Edwin Diaz comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. All set to start the 9th in this one, and next will be the power-hitting catcher, Wilson Contreras.
They look like they're up against it here, down 3 on the road, trying to come back against the closer.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
Went after the high one there, a swing and a miss.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
Sent on the ground out to second. And this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit.
Hey, you know what? You could slowly start to see that batter leak out over the plate. That was 3 straight pitches on the outer half, and he was able to dive out there and get an opposite field single. Nice job.
Into the box now, Jason Kipnis, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Low, it's a ball and a strike.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
A ball and 2 strikes to Kipnis. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. Nobody out, runner on first. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good, high, hard fastball.
Takes this the other way to right. And that's in there, base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Dan, if they're going to crack through, this has got to be the opportunity they've been looking for right here. They've had a ton of hits, a ton of people on base, but no one has been able to come up with that big knock.
Well, you know what, Hero, this pitch has kind of worked around trouble the entire time so far. Another inning brewing right here. Let's see if they can't get a big hit here right here and bust through on this one.
No balls and 1 strike. Set with the 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Here's a shot to right field, and that's going to be in for a base hit. And they'll hold that runner at third as everybody moves up a base, and they're loaded with 1 away. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. So that'll bring up Jason Hayward as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
Hey, this isn't going to be an easy save. These guys are making it work for this one.
The 1-0 is looked at off the plate for a ball.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
And it's 2 balls and no strikes to Jason Hayward. And it misses. 3-1 now.
Somebody's getting frustrated. He's not used to getting hit around like this.
The 3-1 pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Cespedes on the move. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And they'll get one back with the sac fly as it's now a 5-3 ball game.
That's a spot right there as a pitcher where you'll trade an out for a run anytime. Bases loaded and only 1 run scores on the sacrifice fly.
Here's Chris Bryant now, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. From the stretch. The 0-1.
Well, you can see he's coming right at this guy, just pounding the ball in the strike zone. He certainly has the advantage now. This guy hasn't even swung the bat yet.
The Cubs are down to their final strike here. A ball and 2 strikes now.
These are the situations right here that make me miss wearing a uniform. The big spot, the cat and mouse of what's he going to throw. I'm down 1-2. Can I battle back? The pitcher's trying to put me away. This is what the game's all about.
Here's a fly ball, well hit. And he'll put this one away for the final out, and the Mets have taken their first step as they claim Game 1 here at home. This ball game is over.
Yeah, he does surrender one run, so it wasn't a flawless performance. But in this game, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be good enough to win, and he was.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
Shiny like a limousine. You glow like a diamond ring. I saw you bought some other things.
5-3, the final score in this afternoon's game. The Mets win the opener here in the division series. Jacob deGrom pitches well enough to get the W. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game. For the victorious New York Mets,